You know, there's something we've been following at 12 Acre Mascots for a while here, the ongoing saga of the Arena Football League. I don't know if you've been following this, but back in December, they actually voted to suspend the league for 2009. And just this past month, they actually announced that owners came together. They are suspending the league indefinitely. I think they're going bankrupt. They're folding the league. It's terrible. A lot of people out of jobs. We just got our corporate box for the New York Dragons. 25-yard line. Yeah. $25. I was looking forward to it, man. We had
Yeah. Maybe we should have a moment of silence for the AFL.
We probably should. No, there's no time. They don't deserve it. No, but we do have a player. A lot of people are out of jobs now. It's difficult. We have one guy here to explain a little bit. He actually just wrote a book. I have the book here. It's called Sex, Drugs, and Arena Football. He's a 17-year veteran of the league. His name's Ronnie Van Dyke. He was a fullback linebacker. And he's going to be here to read an excerpt from his memoir, I think. Is that? Yeah. So let's welcome this guy. Oh, by the way, maybe he wanted me to announce something here. If you're interested in purchasing the book, you have to talk to him directly after the show, because now that he's out of a job, he doesn't have a phone or internet. He's basically homeless, and this is really your only chance to get it. So get it signed, too. It might be worth something. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So here he is, Ronnie Van Dyke.
Cut the music. I'm Ronnie Van Dyke, and this is my story. Chapter 6. There hasn't been a single person on the face of this earth who grows up wishing they became a professional arena football player. Maybe some Swedish kid somewhere, but I doubt it. It's a league of failures, a hodgepodge of broken down yahoos who are too small, too slow, or too weak in the knee ligaments. In the hierarchy of football leagues, it goes as follows: NFL, NCAA, NFL Europe, USFL, CFL, Texas High School Football, XFL, Major League Soccer, and then comes the Arena Football League. It's the absolute bottom, the shit show of shit shows, the Gili of football. In my 17-year AFL career, there was only one guy I ever met who was genuinely happy playing in that league. That guy was Kurt Warner. Now, you good people all know him as the star NFL quarterback, but to me, Kurt Warner has, and always will be the craziest son of a bitch I have ever known. As I've mentioned in my previous chapters, everyone who played in the AFL was addicted to something in some way or another. Alcoholics, pothead, farmies, sex addicts, you name it, there was a guy in the AFL who had it. Kurt Warner was addicted to dares. He got high off of doing dumb shit to amuse people. He never did it for money. It was always for Hostess brand snack cakes. Ho-hos, ding-dongs, you name it. And I'll tell you, that Jesus-loving son of a bitch would do anything you dared him to do. And dared him, we did. There was the time he ate 164 spare ribs in one sitting for a package of donuts. Once, he drove a stolen forklift from Tampa to Sarasota, buck-ass naked, just for a couple of Twinkies. And who could forget the time he stuck his dick in a beehive for a half-eaten zinger? Bottom line, that dude was crazy. Ugh. My fondest memory of Kurt Warner was the time we stopped off in a Bennigan's for a post-game dinner after we got our asses handed to us by the Colorado Crush. We got to talking about our pre-game rituals, and Warner said he spent his time before the games practicing holding his breath. He said the day before he reached his personal best of 7 minutes. Bullshit, that's fucking impossible, I said. My day job at the time was a scuba instructor, and I was only able to hold my breath for 2 minutes, 2.5 tops. Well, I've done it for 7, he said. I dare you to do it for 7.5, I said. Got any cake, he replied. I raised up my pack of emergency ding-dongs that I carried around on account of my diabetes. It's on like Donkey Kong, he said, and proceeded to lead every patron in the restaurant into a one-stall restroom where he ripped off his shirt and commanded our 2 strongest guys to hold him up by his feet and submerge his head in the toilet. He made it through the first 3 minutes, no problem. At minute 4, he started to seize. The guys holding him tried to pull him out, but Kurt hugged that toilet with his big burly arms and just would not let go. A little girl who was watching started bawling. He seized for a whole minute, somehow retaining consciousness. At minute 5, he started to gesture to his groin. I'm pretty sure he was telling me to suck his dick. At minute 6, he started to bleed out of his nose quite heavily. The guys tried to pull him out of the toilet, but Kurt just kept hugging that porcelain throne. The guys holding him decided to let go, hoping that he'd stop. They let go of Kurt's legs at the same time. Kurt did not budge. He did a full-on headstand on a toilet with his head submerged in a bowl. He removed one arm to flip us all off. To this day, it's the greatest feat of strength I have ever seen. Minute 7, we all started counting. 7:01, 7:02, 7:03. We just kept counting right up to 7 minutes and 20 seconds, at which point, Kurt started to seize again. We tried to pull him out, but somehow we managed to incapacitate everyone who tried to help him by kicking them in the throat. A priest who was looking on started reading Kurt his last rites. So if my basic knowledge of Catholicism is correct, Kurt Warner died that night. As soon as he hit 7 minutes and 30 seconds, Kurt dismounted the toilet by doing a back handspring. He landed on both feet, took a bow, and then proceeded to vomit up his dinner and toilet water. I gave him my ding-dongs, which I regret because I had a mild diabetic episode later that night that could have been easily prevented with sugar. The very next day, Kurt Warner was signed by the St. Louis Rams. The rest is history. I'm Ronnie Van Dyke, thank you. Please, buy my book, seriously. Thank you.